dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
A Southern Kentucky community is mourning the death of a high school football player several days after he was hurt in a practice game.
Andrew Dodson died today after the injury late last week at Pulaski County High School during the school's spring game. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more from Somerset.
A lot of shock, a lot of disbelief here in the Pulaski County school community, as well as all of those in the high school football community. The Kentucky High School Athletics Association saying that there are no words that can express, no thoughts that can really justify or rationalize what has taken place here with the loss of this young man.
You're just stunned. I mean, you are just stunned for the community, for the entire, high school athletics family, which is such a huge part of the fabric of our state.
Andrew Dodson was a junior tight end, defensive end, who was playing in a spring game Friday when he was injured. He was hospitalized, then he passed away Monday morning.
He indicated that the kid was participating in what would be a normal football action, and he got tackled and hit his head on the ground. It was not, you think of all the concussion things we've seen the last few decades, and you think about helmet to helmet and some big blow, and everything we're hearing is that was not the case.
Tackett says he's not aware of anything like this happening during spring practice or even during a game, other than some heat or cardiovascular issues more than a decade ago.
Technology today is so good at preventing head injuries and preventing things. It's just you cry out to try to figure, can we find what happened to make sure nothing could have been done?
There are still a lot of unanswered questions. We still do not know what this young man's cause of death was and exactly what took place to have caused it. That is still unknown at this time. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Phil, thank you. Andrew's father, Alan Dodson, was very active in the Baptist Church and was employed recently with the State Baptist Convention. Their executive director, Todd Gray, issued a statement saying their hearts are broken for the Dodson family and they will be praying for them in the days ahead. He says their confidence is that the God who overcame death will minister to this precious family in the days ahead. Alan Dodson was also a former pastor at Hazard's First Baptist Church around 20 years ago. Arrangements for Andrew Dodson have not been announced yet.
And we've had some clouds throughout the region here today. That's resulted in a few showers, especially in our southern communities. Light for the most part as they head into portions of Lee and Wise counties in Virginia. Now a couple hanging on near Harlan and back toward Bell County and Knox County, but for the most part no big issues out there today. The cloudiness still continues this evening. Temperatures in the lower 70s out there from Buffalo Mountain. How about low to mid 60s out into Somerset with plenty of clouds overhead as well. Your forecast first this evening through the next 12 hours. We drop those temperatures down into the middle 50s as opposed to the mid 60s where many of us are. In fact, we stay mild tonight as we get warm into the next couple of days. Guys, I'll have the very latest on when we see a return to some warmer and stormier weather in just a few minutes.
All right, Evan, thank you. A few months ago, the city of Prestonsburg hit the ground running with its new ambulance service with a fleet of ambulances that has already grown and a hope that the future workforce will do the same.
WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more about how Prestonsburg is partnering to prepare future paramedics.
5 months and more than 500 calls.
It's been a success so far.
The city of Prestonsburg's ambulance service was established last year, adding 3 ambulances to the fire department's fleet in an effort to provide quality care.
I was sitting here with 18 people that were trained EMTs or paramedics, and we were able to go into it and get those people on board, add a few part-timers, and we'll run the operation.
freeing up area agencies to allow for more paramedics and EMTs in a field already stretched too thin.
Everybody thinks that we did this because we didn't like this agency or this agency wasn't, it never was about that. It was about the lack of trained personnel.
An issue that the new EMS effort hopes to help combat, using its seasoned EMTs and paramedics to partner with programs like Big Sandy Community and Technical College or the EMS program in the city of Pikeville.
And our goal is to offer those trainees, those people in training, an opportunity to get educated, to get hands-on experience.
To let future paramedics get their feet moving and hands working in the Star City.
By them getting ride time with us, one, it gives us an extra set of hands, and two, it gives them opportunity to learn the trade.
Using the new service.
Being able to take trainees like that and teach them the proper techniques, teach them what needs to be done, how to do it, I feel very confident that they will get a good experience out of it.
To combat a nationwide shortage. In Prestonsburg, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Stapleton says the ambulance service provides safety and peace of mind to the people in the city, and he is happy to see it thriving. Police have made an arrest in a drug case that has been ongoing since mid-February.
On Friday, officers with the Laurel County Drug Interdiction Task Force served a search warrant at a home in Keavy. 65-year-old Arnie Lewis of Keavy was arrested and taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. Officers say they found around 7 ounces of meth and around $9,400 in cash. He is charged with trafficking in a controlled substance, but was previously convicted on a federal charge of distribution of cocaine. Several police departments are asking for your help in finding folks they say could be connected to separate investigations. Let's start here. Kentucky State Police tried to identify the owner of this truck. Troopers say they are trying to find that owner because they may have a connection to a criminal mischief investigation. Officers say the incident occurred in the South Williamson community of Pike County. Anyone with information should call KSP Post 9 at 606-433-7711. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office is asking for help identifying the owner of this car. Officials are investigating an overnight burglary of storage units south of London. Anyone with information on this should call the Sheriff's Office at 606-864-6600. Also in Laurel County, a man is facing charges after police say he used a device meant for cows on 2 children. On Friday, deputies responded to a home on Littontown Road around 10:15 a.m. to arrest the man living there on active warrants. During an earlier investigation, police discovered the suspect in the case, 32-year-old Anthony Jones of East Bernstadt, was accused of using an electric cattle prod on 2 children to discipline them. Deputies say they believe it happened multiple times. He's facing several counts of criminal abuse and was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center.
Why now? Why is it important for sexual assault survivors to speak out now? That is one question one group in Hazard is hoping to help folks answer when it comes to telling their stories. The Rising Center is spreading awareness for sexual assault to help survivors during Sexual Assault Awareness Month. WYMT's RJ Johnson has more.
Every 68 seconds, an American is sexually assaulted. This is why the Rising Center is spreading awareness for those survivors.
We're trying to let the survivors know that we are here, because a lot of the survivors, a lot of the things that are going reported, that the reports that we get aren't even half of what is actually really happening.
As an organization, officials with the Rising Center help spread awareness to not only prevent it from happening, but to offer support for victims. The Rising Center Community Outreach Coordinator, Dylan Mosley, says the time to get involved is now.
Come be a part of the movement, because to create change, it starts today, and we have to get everyone involved.
For volunteer coordinator Sheila Spencer, she says she wants people to know that it is okay to talk about their experiences.
What we try to do with these events, not only to make the community more aware, but we also like to let the survivors know that we're here if they are ever needing us, and that it's okay to speak out and it's okay to talk about it.
Spreading awareness all month long by encouraging people to honk their horn in support. The organization hopes to educate and help those that need it. In Hazard, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Coming up in our late newscast, we will share how officials with the Rising Centers say you can get involved year-round to help prevent sexual assaults from happening and support those who have experienced it already.